Yo, 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 what is up, my pitch perfect people? Welcome back, welcome back. I'm your host, Richie, and today, just like last year, we're doing Chelsea players tier list. And now the transfer window just closed, so I feel like this is the best time to do it. I can talk to you about the squad, or I can talk to you about the issues, what I hope players can bring to the team this season, and yeah. So I'm just gonna share my screen, and you will see a tier list. So here we go. So I have six different tiers here. We have untouchable, we have class, decent, below par, not good, and bomb squad. So obviously anything I say here is nothing personal, it's just my thoughts on the player themselves as like just as a footballer and nothing else, nothing more than that. So to start off with, we have our two goalkeepers, Robert Sanchez and Philip Jorgensen. Now, if you did watch last season or watch a lot of my videos, watch the live streams, you guys know my opinion on Robert Sanchez. I gave him the nickname Bozo Bob because he was quite unreliable last season. He was prone to a lot of mistakes. But I cannot lie to you. I do think that Robert Sanchez being a starting goalkeeper isn't the worst choice for us this season. And main reason why is I believe that Mike Penders will become our number one goalkeeper. He's out on loan at Strasbourg right now. But I do believe that he just has what it takes to become our number one goalkeeper in the future. Um, so that's why I'm not against Robert Sanchez being a goalkeeper for this season. I'm hoping Pennis is only on 1 year loan at Strasbourg. I just have a lot of faith in his abilities. His ball playing is superb. 6'6". He's Belgium's future number one goalkeeper. He's just phenomenal, which is why I believe Robert Sanchez is good enough to deputize for at least one more season. And I think Robert Sanchez has cut out mistakes in the last few months. He's still prone to mistakes, don't get me wrong. But I do think he's still a decent shot stopper. And his ball playing could be a lot better, don't get me wrong. But for now, he's okay. He's okay for this next season and next season loan. So I will put him into decent. I don't think he's that level yet to be a class or untouchable, but I think he's a good, okay goalkeeper. And if you look at the league, there's not a lot of great keepers in the league, to be honest. You have Allison, you have David Raya, who's sometimes is prone to mistakes as well. And then you just got like guys like Sanchez, you got James Trafford who needs to go. You have Donnarumma who came in, and I'm still not. He was great in Champions League run, but I'm still not a huge fan of Donnarumma, which is why I'm not mad that he's gone to Man City. Man City, I don't know why they bought Trafford and Donnarumma. I thought they should have prioritized Trafford and just let him grow into the system, let him go into the team under pressure. But hey, I'm not working in City's director's room, so I have nothing to say there. And then yeah, you got Vicario Sanchez. The names aren't great, which is why I'm not mad that Sanchez is our starting keeper for at least this season, anyways. So I'm gonna put him in decent. And Jorgensen, I'm gonna put him at below par. Um, Jorgensen is very raw. He's good as a backup keeper, so that's fine. So he could still be in decent. I might throw him up into decent later on if I do feel below par is a bit harsh. But as a starting goalkeeper, he is below par. He needs more games. I was hoping he would go on loan this summer and we'd have someone else as our backup, maybe. But he is our backup. He is quite raw. He's still young. He's only had one top season at Villarreal, and then obviously he got the move to us. So yeah, that's why I have him at below par. I do think he has potential to be a good goalkeeper. I wouldn't say world class or anything like that, but I do think he does have potential to be a solid keeper in the future. But right now he's just our backup option. He's not better than Sanchez, so yeah, that's why he's in below par. Next, Marco Correa, untouchable. For me, best left back in the league. No one can talk to him. If Calafiori was able to stay fit consistently, I'd say he's up there with Correa, but Calafiori defensively still doesn't do it for me. Guys talk about Milos Kerkez, he was decent on Bournemouth, don't get me wrong, he was decent, but what Correa brings to his Chelsea team, his enthusiasm, his aggression, his ability to play with ball. He's a great all rounder. He is our modern day Cesar Azpilicueta. It was said, I think Maresca said it last year. If he could have 11 micro careers, he would gladly take it. Yes, he still has some flaws. Don't get me wrong, but in the system that we play right now, he's perfect for Maresca. He's able to invert. He's able to overlap. Yes, his final product may need some work. He's our top scorer in 2025 as well, which is crazy to say. after I just said his end product does need work. But yeah, he is our top scorer in 2025. But Michael Carrier, best left back in the world. He was top three Chelsea players last season, easily for me. He's just he just brings that certain edge that you need. You know, that certain aggression, a certain fight. You know, that Diego Costa pitbull type of energy. That's what Michael Carrier brings. And I think defensively he's the best left back in the league. And offensively, he may not be the best left back in the league, but if you just get both those, it balances quite nicely. And for me, he is the top one. If you don't think top one, you have to have him at least top three, in my opinion. So yeah, Michael Correa, untouchable. Tosin, I have in class. I won't say untouchable, but the reason I have him in class is obviously because Levi Cole got injured. But his ball playing ability is extremely underrated by rival fans. I think Chelsea fans know how great he is ball playing wise, and defensively, he's top notch. He's consistent. He's a leader at the back. And he's gonna be him and Chalobah are gonna be the ones that start predominantly throughout the season. But I think Tussin is our best centre back right now. Now that Levi Colwell is obviously injured. Um, so yeah, Tussin in class, I do think he's a great defender. I seen there was a big Gehi Tussin. You can have Tussin as your. I'm not Tussin. You can have Gehi as your favorite defender, better defender than Tussin. Don't get me wrong. I think Gehi's a great defender. But there was a debate with the ball playing. If Gehi's better than Tussin, and that was where I knew that people don't look at Tussin enough. His ball playing ability is genuinely magical. It is on par with Levi Colwell's. Guys need to watch this more and just see how he's able to penetrate the lines. He's able to play in between lines. He's able to do consistent switches. We missed him a lot versus Crystal Palace because Crystal Palace do have the best low block in the league, in my opinion. And we struggled without Tussin. We were trying to pass it around them and not through them. If we had Tussin, I feel like we would have created one or two more decent chances. We would have gotten Cole Palmer on the ball a lot more as well. So yeah, that's why I have Tussin in class. I think people just extremely underrate him. I'm not saying he's one of the best defenders in the league. Don't get me wrong, but I do think for what we need right now and who we have in the squad right now, I think class is deserved. Next I have Benoit Badiashile. I'm gonna put him below par. I just think ever since the first 6 months in the Chelsea shirt where he was phenomenal, he's just not lived up to the hype. He's being consistently injured as well. He was decent in the Conference League final, I thought, but I just don't think he is at the required level that is needed to be a starting centre back. He's a decent rotation backup, but apart from that, I just think below par is fine enough for me. Levi Cole will untouchable. I know he's out with ACL injury or whatever, but I know last season I was glazing him like crazy, say he was top five best centre backs in the league or whatever. But I can't lie, the way he was going, especially that second half season, where after that poor run of form we had in December and January, he just he was like, yeah, I'm locking in. He was just there. He was fighting for everything. He was a leader. He was aggressive. His passing is always phenomenal. But his defensively, his IQ, his battle IQ was honestly top notch. And you could just see he was going. He felt what's what I'm looking for? He felt accomplished. He felt comfortable in the position that he was in the role that he had, which is why I think him getting the ACL injury now, especially in the World Cup year, I feel so bad for him. I feel awful that he isn't able to play a major role for us this season. Because I do think if Levi Colwell was starting for us and never got that injury, I would have been a lot more confident us saying that we would win the league. I had a second in my Premier League predictions live stream. If you ever watched it, you can go watch it. It's on the channel in the live stream section. But I had a second, but I would have been a lot more confident to say it first if we had Levi Cole at the back. I know that sounds crazy to say, oh, your title challenge is resting on Levi Colwell. It doesn't only rest on Levi Colwell, but he is our best centre back. So if he's our best centre back, there's something there that that reliability that you have at the back is missing. You get me? But yeah, for me, he is untouchable. Next, I have Yoel Hato, or Hato, I believe is how you say it. Sorry, my apologies. New signing from Ajax, good deputy for Michael Correa. Decent on the ball, decent defensively. Ajax fans loved him. I can't wait to see more from this season. But yeah, I have him in decent because I do think we needed that backup for Michael Correa. I believe Michael Correa played like 4,000 minutes or something like that, which is absolutely crazy because we had Renato Vega obviously left in January and Correa just had to keep playing week in, week out. I'm surprised he didn't get injured. I'm surprised he was able to stay fit as long as he did. So bringing a backup like Yoel Hato, sorry, was crucial for us, and I think that was one of the main businesses that needed to be done during the summer, and I'm glad we accomplished that. Next we have Trevor Chalaba. I'm gonna have Trevor Chalaba in decent. I do think Tosin is a rank above Chalaba, but I do think Chalaba is a good defender. I don't think he's our best defender, nowhere near that, but he's still a decent defender. And he bleeds blue. He's Chels. I know we've tried to boo him off the squad a couple of times, but this man has never complained. He's somehow always fought his way back into the Chelsea squad, and I'm very, very happy for him. He's made over 100 Chelsea appearances now. Boy from the academy. You know, those are always the best people to see just go and come into the squad. So yeah, I have Chalaman decent. He's gonna play a major role this season, and by the end of the season, who knows? Maybe I'll have him up in class. Maybe he'll have a phenomenal season. People are looking like, oh damn, Chelsea almost lost this gem. Oh, look at Chalaba, he's fought his way into the World Cup squad. Who knows? Maybe something like that may come upon us. Even with Tosin, so he may find his way into the World Cup squad under Thomas Tuchel. But we'll see. But yeah, I have Trevor Chalaba in decent. Reece James, untouchable. No more needs to be said. He is Chelsea captain, fantastic, unbelievable, best right back in the world. Does anything more need to be said? We were getting compared to likes of Kyle Walker, to likes of Trent Alexander-Arnold, Reece James. Guys know how good Reece James is. The main problem we've always had with Reece James is, can he be available? Can he keep himself fit? He's been fit since January. He's only had one injury, and that he only missed that one game. He wasn't even injured. I think he was sick or something. Club World Cup against I think it was Esperance de Tunis or something like that. So yeah, Reece James untouchable. Nothing more needs to be said there. Malo Gusto. If it was last season, I would have had him in below par. But with the way he set it this season, I'm gonna have him in decent. I know what I saw in Malo Gusto the first season. He was top three best chess players under Marcel Pochettino, and I do think there still is something there when it comes to Malo Gusto. And I think he started this season off well. I think people say Malo Gusto isn't suited to Maresca's system. I think, yeah, honestly, I think it's the other way around. I think he is suited to Maresca's system. It's just his final ball is what is always lacking. He's always his IQ on the pitch. I don't think people realize he's always in the right positions. He's always in them little pockets, always in them little rows. It's always that final ball, that final bit of execution. Whether he takes the right option, whether he shoots, whether it's that final cross or whether it's the pass. That's what lets him down. But I think this season he started off at a really, really good level, and I hope he can stay as consistent as he is. Him and Esteval have built up a little partnership down that right hand side, which I really liked, especially against Fulham. So hopefully them two can build up a connection as the season goes on, and Gusto can stay in decent throughout the season. And who knows, maybe he will end up in class. Who knows? But decent right now, I think is the perfect level to have Malo Gusto on. Next, Wesley Fofana. Wesley Fofana as a defender, decent, but I'm putting him in below par because his injuries are. It's come to a point where his injuries are. It's literally just the injuries. It's the main talking point. It's the main reason why I have him below par. You can't trust him. You can't rely on him. He's unreliable. Like, you know, when you have an F1 card, reliability, that's the most important part, most important piece of the car. You need the car to be reliable to make its way throughout the season, to make its way to the finish line consistently, go through them 70 laps for 20 races. Fofana has only made 35 Premier League appearances at Chelsea. We signed him in 2021. 35 Premier League appearances. He hasn't completed a full season yet, and he's been here 4 years. Do you know what I mean? That's crazy. He's a decent defender. He's a good defender. He's aggressive. He's quick. He's able to fight. He doesn't back out of a war or whatever. He likes getting to attackers' heads. But what's the point in all of that when your hamstring falls off the bone? When it falls off the bone like a beautiful chicken, you get me? Like a nice little rib steak that you could just bite off. What's the point in all of that when hamstring just can't stay attached to your bones, attached to your leg? It's a cheese string, just melts off. That's why he's in below par, because it's not the ability, it's the injuries, it's the reliability. Like, who knows? I think we would have been top three last season if he was able to stay fit. Because when he was fit, we had one of the best defenses in the league. And once he got injured, he fell off, and we fell off a bit. And that's why we had to recall Trevor Chalobah. So we need him to stay fit this season, especially if we're trying to compete for all four trophies: the Champions League, Carabao Cup, FA Cup, and the Premier League. But yeah, Next, Josh Anchempong. This is their academy star boy right here. He's the jewel of the academy. He's decent right now. His footballing ability, I hope he gets a lot more minutes this season. Last season, he got decent minutes. But now, second professional season, Maresca seems to love him apparently. But Maresca, if you do love him, start giving him the minutes, start giving him the games. I want to see him in a couple more Premier League games this season. I want to see him play them lower Champions League level teams. I want to see him play consistently. I want him to play 90% of the Carabao Cup, whether we reach the final or not, doesn't matter. I want him to play a lot of those games. I want him to play a lot of the FA Cup games as well, because we know how special Anchipan can be. Whether it's a right back, centre back, or even left back, he can perform. He started against Crystal Palace and had a great, great game. Yes, he had a couple of mistakes, but who doesn't have mistakes when you're playing against a beast like Jean-Philippe Mateta? Anchepang done well, I thought, especially in that central centre back role, to deal with Mateta, and he just has so much potential. Even rival fans know. I remember that one compilation on Twitter, Anchepang against, I think it was FC Astana. Rival fans were like, "Yo, Chelsea seems to be struggling, trying to give him a new contract, bring him over." Guys know the potential Anchepang has, and I hope Maresca does see that, because it seems the directors do know Anchepang can be that guy. So yeah, Enzo Fernandez. Right now, how he started the season, he's below par. If he plays how he did 80% of last season, he's an untouchable. So right now, I'm gonna have him in class because I know the levels that Enzo can produce. I know what type of player he is and can be. Last season, 27 goals and assists, I believe. All of last season, phenomenal, outrageous. I think problem with Enzo is, first of all, his body. He's gained muscle mass ever since the first time he came to England. He was leaner, he was a lot more fit, he was quicker, he was a lot more agile when he first came to England. But he said himself, the pace of the Premier League, the physicality of the Premier League, he needed to his body to adjust, adapt. He's been in the gym, he's getting muscle. I think that's slightly worsening him a bit. He's because his mind and IQ is still there, but his body isn't able to produce the results that he used to be able to produce. And if you align that with the role he's playing under Maresca, he's playing box to box. He's playing in them tens that pockets. I don't think Enzo is meant to be that half turn type of player. Between the lines, trying to make things, trying to be like that fighter ball type of person. I think he's a great runner into the box and being able to poach goals. I think he's great at that. He gives me that Frank Lampard element. But I do think the best Enzo Fernandez is when he is on the ball, trying to make things happen. He's the guy that's trying to play the balls in between the lines. Trying to play the ball into Cole Palmer. He shouldn't be Dick Cole Palmer. He shouldn't be in that position. He should be the one trying to give it into Cole Palmer. I think that's where Enzo is best. And he started the season awfully. Yes, he got a goal and assist against Fulham, but he was not great that game. Like, especially that first half. The second half, he was better because he was playing that deeper role where he was getting on the ball, trying to spray, trying to play in between the lines, trying to play out wide into the wings. Because he wasn't being forced to be between the lines and trying to get that final ball. That's not where Enzo. That's not what Enzo is. He's not great there. So if you're playing like how we did the second half against Fulham, I think we'll be fine, we'll be okay. Because he was, in my opinion, our second best player last season. I had Caicedo first, and then I had Enzo second, and then I could Cucurella third and Palmer fourth. That's how I had it last season. I need Enzo to bring them levels up again. But this is how we also started last season. He started poor. He got benched against Arsenal. Then all of a sudden, he was on a upward spiral. So I'm not too worried there. So Enzo Fernandez, I'll have him in class. If he started the season well, I'd have him in untouchable. How we started the season, I'd have him below par. Yeah. So I'll have him in class for now. Next, Dario Sugo. I'm gonna have him in decent because he knows his job, he knows his role. He's just meant to be a backup. He's the Caicedo he's one-to-one Caicedo when it comes to the defensive side of things. He's not as great as Caicedo when it comes to the on-the-ball play, but he knows his role. He knows he's not gonna get bare minutes. He guys starts in the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup early rounds. But Isugo decent. He knows his stuff. He's just there for to be a defensive stalwart. Next, we have Andre Santos. We know Chelsea fans, if you watch Strasbourg, we know how great Andre Santos was. So I'm gonna have him in decent. We know the abilities that he's able to bring. He'll be competing for that spot. Enzo and Maresca has said he can deputize for Caicedo as well in the six. I think he does have the ability to play that role. He's defensively smart. I think his IQ is the best part about him. His IQ and is great. He knows his role. He knows the positions he's able to take up on the pitch. He knows when to keep it thinking or whether to pass it in between the lines. And I think in the Club World Cup, especially that monster he had, I think it was great. I think he had a good game. And right now in the Premier, it seems Maresca does trust him as well, and he's going to give him a lot of minutes throughout the season because we can play 65 games, 70 games this season, and he's battling for a World Cup squad for Brazil. I think if he has a great season, he'll be in the starting midfield for Brazil in the World Cup. So I have Andrew Santos in decent, and I think we can bring it up to class. Next, Moises Caicedo, untouchable. He was our player of the season last year for all the right reasons. People keep comparing him to Declan Rice. I see people say Baleba is better than him. No, no, no. Just get out of your minds. Moises Caicedo, untouchable. Bro, best player in the world. I don't care. That he's so good. His defensive IQ is when Moises Caicedo gets a yellow card, he is without doubt the best player in the world afterwards. I don't know how his IQ, his timing of tackles, his pass. I think his passing game, his on the ball game is so underrated. People think Caicedo's some shank kicker. He's only there for tackles and all this. Caicedo on the ball is unbelievable. His pass between his assist to Jackson is two. He had two assists last season, West Ham and Liverpool. Those two assists live in my mind rent free because his ability to just play the two ball and his weight of pass, the timing of it was chef's kiss. He is without doubt the best player in the Chelsea squad right now. He's so good, and I'm so happy when Champions League, so people can finally see on the big stage how flipping good Moises Caicedo is. He is a creme de la creme. He's the cherry on that chocolate sundae. Oh yeah, without Caicedo, who knows where we'd be as a team. And that's why I'm happy we got Isugo to, come in to rest Caicedo because Caicedo was playing lots and lots of games. He only had one training session before that Fulham game, and now he's traveling to Ecuador to do these World Cup qualifiers. We need him to rest. That's why I'm so happy we got guys like Isugo and Andre Santos in the squad now. Next, Romeo Lavia. Romeo Lavia as a player, I'd have him in class. Right now, I'm having him in below par. And it's the exact same reason as Wesley Fofana. It's not the ability. We know how great Romeo Lavia is ability wise. He'd be in our starting midfield. I guarantee it. But the reason he's in below par is he is unreliable. He gets too many injuries. He's injury prone, unfortunately. And like Fofana, he needs to be fit. He needs to stay fit this season. We have so many games, and I don't know about you guys, but if not Fofana, if Lavia has the same injury issues throughout the season, I am not against selling him next summer because I know his ability. I know how good he is as a player, but we can't keep dealing with all these injuries. The injuries are becoming too much of an issue, too much of a problem. We're taking the squad space. He got injured so much he wasn't even eligible for a conference league medal because we didn't put him in the squad. Do you know how outrageous it is to say that? He wasn't even in the squad to receive a medal because he got too many injuries. And I love him so much as a player. His personality seems to vibe with everyone in that change room. But what's the point in all of that when you can't give me consistent 60 to 70 minutes on the pitch every week? You get me? Once a week, even, not even twice a week. That's how many games we're gonna be playing this season. Just twice a week football every second week. We need you at least for one of those games. Which is why I have him in below par because of all the injuries. His footballing technique, his IQ, all of that is truly on another level. But what's the point if you're getting all these injuries? Next, I have Pedro Neto. Last season, I'd have him below par, but he's been okay this season. I'm having him decent. I think the one qualm I have with Neto, he has unbelievable work rate. He will always fight for the ball. He always fights for the badge, but his 1v1 direct winger play isn't great. He's not able to get past man consistently. I think that's what annoys me the most about Pedro Neto and his final ball. Um, his crossing, people saying once you get him a target man, he'll do this, do that. But his crossing isn't great even. But I think this season, I hope he improves a lot more as the season goes on because now he's getting used to a system where we're on the ball a lot more. Because when he was at Wolves, they were playing more defensive. Obviously, they would have like 30% possession, 90% of the game. So he'd be more, his mind would be more on the counter attacking side of things. So this season, I'm hoping he's now adjusted from last season, and his directness and his 1v1 play does improve, or his link up play at least. So yeah, that's why I haven't been decent right now. Last season I thought I was below par, especially for 60 million. I need 18 goals and assists this season from Pedro Neto at least in all competitions. You get me? So that's why I'm having him in decent right now. Liam Delap got injured the weekend against Fulham, but I'm having him decent. I think he is a good, decent striker. There was a market opportunity, 32 million release cost from Ipswich. You don't get 12 goals for Ipswich in the Premier League by luck. You don't. He's a good striker. I think he can be in that England squad once he returns from injury. I'm having him in decent right now. Good stuff. I do think his aggression, um, is what you need in a striker sometimes, especially with certain teams they're playing, because certain centre backs just love to be rough. So yeah, he gives us a nice little option, and that allows João Pedro to like drop in 10 if needed, or just give João Pedro rest, and he'll get goals. I know Liam Delap will get goals. Simple as that. So I'm not worried about him. I'm just hoping that injury doesn't affect him as the season goes on. But what I do need Liam Delap to improve on is his link up play. He was good against West Ham, his link up play, especially for that Enzo Fernandez goal when Esteval ran through. Because he had a nice little hold of play. He held the ball up and gave off to Esteval, and Esteval did the stink. So yeah, Liam Delap, decent. I think he'll be a solid squad option. Cole Palmer, untouchable. The man with the magic hat. He's a wizard. The coldest around. Do I need to say more about Cole Palmer? He is without a doubt one of the best players in the world. His silkiness, his magic on the ball, his IQ, his passing, his pace is low key underrated. His vision, I could keep on going here, bro. Hey, the glaze I could do is like Sonic and Sonic Underground with them chili dogs, bro. I could glaze. I could give lick, pause. But Cole Palmer, untouchable. I genuinely don't need to explain why he's untouchable. You guys know how unbelievable he is. The only thing I need from Cole Palmer this season is to not fall asleep for the next 5 months. I mean, for 5 months this season. I need him to do this throughout. I need the next 9 months to just keep giving me my goals, keep giving me my assists, keep giving me these amazing displays. That's all I need from Cole Palmer. But yeah, untouchable. Next, Gittins. Um, I think he's decent, but when it comes to winger signings, I would have had him below par, mainly because of who I thought we could have signed. I made a video during the summer where I said I wish we went in for a guy like Liao. He would have taken us up to the next level. Do you know what I mean? Like a guy like Liao, just he's in his prime now. He's in his peak. We all know what Liao can bring, that directness, that silkiness, that jinky, pique humble type of dribbling. But obviously Chelsea didn't want him to do that, so they bought in Jamie Gittins. But I think the fee for Gittins was bad. Straight up, I think the fee we should have gotten him for 20 million lower. So I'm expecting from what the director see, I'm expecting big things for Gittins. I do think people are being harsh on him to start the season. People are going in saying, oh, you can tell he's below par, this and that. Up, he's getting acclimatized to the league. Maresca's just easing him into the squad. He's easing him into the league. It's only been 3 games. Give him time to adjust. We know how good he can be. We've seen the little glimpses of talent at Dortmund, and in this system, we know how important wingers are. Trying to be direct, trying to make things happen, trying to cause goals. Trying to get the ball into the box. Gittins will bring all of that. He just needs to get used to the physicality of the league. He needs to get used to how aggressive, how quick the pace of the league is. So I'll have him in decent for now, but as the season goes on, we'll truly see the level he's at. Next, João Pedro. If you talk about Palmer was glazing, oh my god, the glazing I could do with this man. Oh my god, fuck, this guy is good. He's so good. I knew he was good at Brighton. I knew he was good at Watford, but I didn't think he was this good. Oh my god. The way he started this season, the way he came in the Club World Cup and done this thing, the way he can play as a 9 and as a 10, his link up, his goal scoring, his celebration, his aura. Oh, 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 he's so good. I said R9 reincarnated. I said Ronaldinho reincarnated. Bro, he ain't even Pele reincarnated. Joao Pedro is one of one. He's one of one. He is a superstar. He is cementing himself as one of the best players in the Premier League this season, and no one will be able to say shit. He's gonna be one of the reasons why we fight for the title this season. I've said it here now. He's one of the reasons why we will be fighting for the title this season, because he's remarkable. His composure, his ability to link up play, his ability to dribble. He's one of those Brazilians that likes to fight. He likes to be aggressive. He doesn't mind the contact, doesn't mind the physicality. For 60 million, 60 million well worth. I think he's gonna get over 15 Premier League goals, and I won't be surprised if he gets over 8 assists in the league as well. That's just in the league. 15 Premier League goals and 8 assists in the league alone. I haven't mentioned Champions League football. I haven't mentioned FA Cup, Carabao Cup. He could be on course for a 30, 35 goals and assist season if all turns out well. He is. I think I'm gonna say right now, João Pedro will be in the running for PFA Player of the Year by the end of this season, if all goes well. I've said it here and now. I've laid my claims. I've laid my bets. João Pedro will be in the running for the PFA Player of the Year, and no one can tell me otherwise. I have him in untouchable. Next is Mark Gu, obviously returning loanee from Sunderland because of their Liam Delap injury. I have Mark Gu in decent. I am the leader of Mark U Hive. I've said it on Twitter. This is my boy because I do see the potential. I see the potential in him. I think he is your old school striker. He'll press. He's like he doesn't mind being physical. Can hold up the ball, and I think he is a natural finisher. He is gonna pop up with goals. And if Liam Delap is out longer than the 6 to 8 weeks that they said he might be out for, I think Mark U will come in with goals, and he'll be able to link up with João Pedro. I think he is a lot better than people realize. I've seen people saying, "Oh, Mark, you come back. That's so poor. That's so below par." I think people are just interested in transfer dopamine. I think people are just like, "Oh, give me transfers. Oh, I love when I see this guy coming. I love seeing this guy coming." Hey, guys, this ain't no strip club, bro. This ain't Vegas where we're trying to bring every man in. No, this club ain't filled with yeah, like GTA 5, bro. Not every man needs to come in the squad. We don't need no new people, bro. Sometimes you just gotta rely on your own. You gotta trust your own guys sometimes. And Mark Yu will turn it up. I promise you, Mark Yu is gonna get us goals, and people will realize how good he is. La Masia never fails, guys. Barcelona wanted to keep this man for a reason. La Masia don't fail. Trust me, he'll be great. Next, Tyreek George. Obviously, at a failed deadline, they moved to Fulham because from what I saw, it was Fulham that failed the deal because they failed to hand in the documents in time because I think Harry Wilson stayed at the club, which is why Tyreek George ended up staying at Chelsea. And I get he's disappointed. Right now, I have him in between one of these. I think he has talent. I'm gonna throw him in below par. I think he has talent, but I just think where we're playing him right now, I don't think he suits. I personally think that he would be a player that would suit playing in between the lines and being able to turn and half turn and drive. I think he'd be good as a Morgan Rogers type of player because he's not quick enough to be on the wing. I don't think he's able to be a man 1v1 like that. And he's clearly not a 9. But I think if you play him as a second striker or like as a 10, between lines, he could just pick up the ball, drive, and shoot. Let him just get that Morgan Rogers type of freedom. I think that's where he suits best. He'll get good minutes this season, I guarantee it. But I'm gonna have him below par. I don't think he'll excel. I don't think he'll advance as the season goes on, as we'd hope. So yeah, I'm gonna just have him in below par right now. Next, Esteva Willian, new signing from Palmeiras class. Not untouchable right now. Untouchable will be next season. right now, class. He started off the season unbelievably well. His 1v1 play, the way he ripped up Calvin Bassey like a baby with a piece of paper, bro. He had my man in the meat grinder, bro. He had my man twisting and turning like he's doing a pirouette, a little ballet thing, bro. You know what I mean? Esteban Willian is bringing back the Brazilian joy, the Brazilian flair. Usually Brazilians don't like turn up like that in the Premier League, but him and João Pedro, two-man step, bro. You know what I mean? Yin and Yang. Kai and Tyson from Beyblade. That's how they're gonna be moving this season. Esteban and João Pedro. They're gonna be the ones to bring Brazil glory again. Believe me, trust me. He is so good. We got him for a bargain from Palmeiras, and the goals and assists will come. He's already gotten an assist. The goals will come. He's had chances against Fulham. He had a chance against West Ham. Trust me, the goals will come. Because I think the type of winger Esteban Willian truly is, he's a goal scoring winger. He's a gunman. People, he's got an assist, but if you watch Palmeiras, you will know he is a goal scoring type of player. He's the guy that will get goals, and I think I wouldn't be surprised if we end this season with at least 10 goals. Honestly, would not be surprised at all. So yeah, I have Esteban Willian in class. I think he'll be in and out of the side because he still needs to. The only reason he's starting right now is because Cole Palmer obviously got the injury, so we're playing Joao Pedro in the 10. But I think he'll be unreal this season. Obviously, he's built a partnership with Gusto, and he's against West Ham. Him and Reece James had a nice little connection. He should have gotten Reece James an assist, but obviously he was just a little panicky in front of goal. He was a little hesitant, but the goals will come. So yeah, Estevan Willian in class. He's gonna be. I had him in my prediction video to be the young player of the year, and I'm not changing that. Next, we got two interesting players. The fan base were hesitant on these two players, especially one of them. But first off, we'll start off with Facundo Buonanotte, who we signed on loan, just a plain blank naked loan from Brighton, no option to buy, no obligation. The only thing that we did get is we have matching rights. So if a team bids like 40 million for Buonanotte, we can also bid 40 million, and we just let the player choose where he wants to go. I'll have Buonanotte in. I think he's a decent player. I have him in decent. I think the reason people were hesitant and were unhappy with the Buonanotte signing is firstly the naked loan thing, which is absolutely outrageous in my opinion. That's poor from us. And secondly, is the fact that we were linked with Xavi Simons throughout the window. For 2 months, we were getting told, "Oh yeah, Nkunku just needs to leave, Jackson just needs to leave, and Xavi Simons is coming to Chelsea." That's literally all we've been told for the past 2 months straight, and that obviously didn't acclimatize. And next thing you know, we got I think it was David Ornstein that said, "Oh, Chelsea are in a finalizing deal for Facundo Buonanotte from Brighton just on a plain loan." So, but I've seen clips. I've watched him a little bit at Leicester when I was watching Leicester from time to time. I don't think he was less player that excited me, that lit up my eye like El Canus did. But I think he's okay. I think he's a decent player. He's able to drive. He's able to dribble. So I think he'll be okay. They've said he's mainly there to be a backup for Palmer, and I'm not mad at the naked loan if it means Kendry Paez comes back to Chelsea next season because I have high expectations, high hopes for Kendry Paez. So yeah, but not out of him decent. He's a decent player. Next, Alejandro Garnacho. This is a signing where it's make or bust for the directors really, because 40 million spent to Garnacho, his attitude issues that he's apparently had at Manchester United, his on-field play, Alejandro Garnacho. If he can produce the potential that people know he can, he will be in class. But Garnacho is also capable of playing like he's not good as well, like just being straight in the not good section. I love him in decent. I think his traits, he has the good traits of a winger, but sometimes his ego gets the best of him. Sometimes it's just final product is just wayward. So all of them in decent. But this signing is make or bust because 40 million, bro, we could have spent the money on him and getting on Rafael Leao. Do you know what I mean? So I have again. He said he has a point to prove. He didn't want to leave the league. He only had Chelsea in his sights. We obviously were linked to him in January. but that deal never came through. But now, August, obviously, the deal came through 30th of August, or whatever it was. So yeah, Alejandro Garnacho, I have him decent. I need a big season from him because we know how important wingers are in Maresca's system because they are the most important slot in the system, the most important position because they get the ball the most. They're meant to um, be directed to wingers, try and make things happen. At fullback, sorry, try and make things happen. Yada yada. You know what I mean? So yeah, Alejandro Garnacho in decent, and yeah, there you go. That's my squad tier list. A lot of decents, good few untouchables, couple class, and a few below pairs. But I do think we have a squad that's able to challenge for the title. Whether we do um, get whether we do end up winning the title is another question, it's another story. But I do think we are capable and have a strong enough squad to make it to at least April and fight for the title. But yeah, that's all from me, people. I hope you did enjoy today's video. Um, Make sure you do like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you follow the socials. Make sure you watch Joyce and Lawrence's videos as well. They'll have videos coming out as the season goes on. But yeah, that is all from me, people. I hope you did enjoy. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel with your mates. Follow the socials. But that's all from me, people. Peace.